Okay, I am inside of our little courtyard now. It looks like this. We have a little seating area there, and this is the front door. So I'm gonna go through this way, and we walk through the gate. And across from my building, we have either a school or a daycare. I think they're currently here for pickup. Then we walk down this way. There's a lot of construction right in this area right now. But it's still pretty even with the construction. Now I'm gonna turn left when I get up here, and this is where a lot of like tourist buses are. So there's always a lot of guys standing out here that always ask us if we need tickets. And doesn't look like there's any here right now, but even though they see us every day, they always ask us if we need tickets for the bus. So come over down this way, and I'm gonna walk over towards where the light is, and I'll have to wait to cross the street. So I'll wait here, and then I'll start the video again when it's my turn to cross. Okay, it is now my turn to cross. And it's pretty cool because they have like traffic lights for pedestrians too, with red and yellow signals as well. So now I'm crossing the bridge, and in front of me is Castle San Angelo, and this is one of the buildings. There's a lot of buildings in Rome that are, we call it like that Rome is like a lasagna, because as time went on, you know, they had buildings at first, and then as time went on, they would add on top. So you can see different layers of history through the buildings. So I forget what this building was originally. I'll add in the comments later when I remember. But in the medieval times, it was like kind of like a guard castle, and also I believe it was a prison. Again, I'll update in the comments of the video later when I remember correctly. So I cross this bridge every day. I'll turn the video so you can see. There's also these statues lining across here. I'm gonna come over here and show. This is the view out this way. We're gonna go over this way in a minute. So I'm gonna keep walking. And this is also a high tourist area, so there's always a lot of people here, always a lot of vendors. There's also people always out here playing live music, either on a keyboard or electric guitar. So I think I hear a guitar now. You'll hear it as we turn left, and he's singing too, so you'll hear that as I go by.
This is pretty, very pretty. Here we go. Oh my.
So these guys that play music, a lot of times they play American music to kind of pull to the crowd. which is fun to hear music I know, but it'd also be nice if they played Italian music sometimes.
Man, met a girl to get her off my mind. I met a girl and I can get her off my mind. But she passed me up, she didn't like my time.
And so this area, the bridge that I crossed in this little piazza section, it is a no car zone. So this is supposed to be only pedestrians. Although sometimes we get work trucks, police cars, things like that. Well, let me get out of this tour group. So standing right in front of me is the Piazza de San Pietro, St. Peter's Square. And all the way down there is St. Peter's Basilica. So I do see this building every day, along with the Castle San Angelo. And so this is part of the Vatican City that I was telling you about in other videos, that it's its own nation. And it's just like within Rome. It's just like where the Pope and the papacy presides. And I learned recently there are only very selected few citizens. And citizens are like chosen by the Pope based off of church-related things. And there are only men that are citizens of Vatican City. So I'm gonna stop the video and then I'll start again when I cross the street. And here, as you can see, traffic's backed up, so to cross around cars. And there's lots of people too. So I could turn right, but it's prettier if I go straight into the square, so that's what I'm going to do. Normally this little street here is only like for taxi people, so normally you can like walk right in the middle of the cobblestone. And they have it blocked off for some reason right now, that there aren't any cars. But so this is St. Peter's Square. I haven't been inside the Basilica yet, but I think I'm going with my class next week. So I just walk up 1 block from the previous light, and then I turn right. So right now I am actually in Vatican City, which is its own country. But, you know, it's also, they have an agreement with Italy, so there's no need for like a checkpoint to go in and out. There are points in the Vatican City where only people associated with the Pope and the papacy that they can go in. That's like beyond where the Basilica is. I'm just gonna try to cross the street real quick. And then we're gonna go right. This is also a tourist area. It just got like 5 degrees cooler in the shade. So now straight ahead of me, you can see this big wall with the archways. And this is the divider wall that signifies like the divider between Rome and Vatican City. So I'm on the Vatican City side, and then when I pass through again, I'll technically be back in Rome, which is pretty cool. So, you know, if you ever, hold on, there's motorcycles. You know, if I've ever like gotten turned around or lost, I always look for these walls or that Castle San Angelo that I showed you before. I can normally always find one of them if I'm kind of turned around. Okay, now this is really narrow right here, and then it'll widen up again. This is a lot of restaurants right here. I haven't tried any of them yet, but I believe that they're all like tourist traps because they're all right by the basilica. So, but I'll show you along the way where the places where I have eaten before and that are really good. Cross this to this middle section here, and then I'm gonna get stuck, but it's okay because I have some things to show you. So here at this corner, this building here, this is Cremilla. That's the gelato place that we go to a lot because it's right on the way home. It's also very good. And then over at this corner right here in this section, it's another like little cafe that I've gone to in the morning. And I'm actually not going to wait for the light. I'm going to cut through this way. You see these Lime bikes are always everywhere. But I'm just going to stay. I'm going straight this way, so I'm just going to go like down the street. They're also doing construction right there, so it's better if I stay on the side of the street for a while. So across from me right now is the Pam Local. It's one of our grocery stores. I'll do another video that'll take you into the different grocery stores because we go to different places for different things. So then now that I'm on this street, I just walk straight for a while. Until you kind of dead end into another square, and then I'll turn right there. But for a while, it's just walking straight. Traffic's really heavy right now. I'm not sure why. It's not normally heavy at this time of day. It's around 4:30 here, I think. But I've walked through here at 4:30 before, and it hasn't been this busy. This guy's parked right here in the middle of the road, which is actually pretty common to park in the corners where you're not supposed to, or like even in the middle of crosswalks. I'll see if there's somebody who does that later when I have to cross. Sometimes it's just a game to try to find the crosswalk in all the cars. So this is about a 20-minute walk back and forth. I'm walking a little slower now so I can video. But normally, you know, the friend I walk with is tall, so she walks naturally faster. So it's always a workout for me to walk with her. Yeah, here's a perfect example. All of these cars parked here. You gotta find your way through. I'm gonna go ahead and cross here because there's nobody coming. This is always the area where they park on the crosswalk. So let me see. Yeah. Right in here is, oh, it's actually clear today. But see, these cars are parked all right here. The lines are right here. They just add on their own parking spaces as they feel like they need to, which I think is hilarious. And then what's funny is the cars next to them will move after they park. And so they'll just be like parked in the middle of the street with nobody around them once their buddies move. From here on out, it's a little bit quieter. We're getting into the Prati area where this is the neighborhood that I live in. It's much more of a family district and also like business people. I see a lot of guys walking around in suits. Then like there's a lawyer who works out of his office in our building. So I can see the sign on the front of our building. Okay, so now I'm getting close to the edge of this building. I either have to cross here or it dead ends. It makes me go to the right, and that's where we're going. When I round the corner, this will have been the first sit-down dinner that I had when I was here. We actually sat in this corner where this group of three is sitting. It was good. That was the pizza that I had on my photo gallery. I have a picture of a pizza pie, and that was here. So then I'm going to keep going straight, but the crosswalk's a little bit over to the right. So I'm going to actually go in the crosswalk because it's busier today. This store is kind of funny to me. I think it's a kids store, and it was I think it's supposed to model more American style, which I think is funny. So this is my street, Via Catone, and I'm gonna cross one more time. I have a street that I'm gonna cross here, and then I'll be at my building. So this pretty much concludes my little commute tour. Hope you like it. Hope my video isn't too shaky for y'all. And yeah, that's it. This is my building right here. And before that apartment was ready, I was right next door in this building. So didn't have to move far. Oh, also right here you could see this is a restaurant here. We go here all the time. It's like directly like catty corner from our building. And it's pretty cheap, but it's also really good. So we go a lot, especially when we don't feel like cooking and don't really going far. So, okay, well, I am pretty much here to my door, so I'm gonna stop the video. Thanks for tuning in.